A pretty disturbing and complex investigation for us. Essentially, we get a call around 9:20 p.m. on Friday night. Some alert citizens had noticed that there seemed to be evidence of a skirmish or a dispute that took place in a rural property in the 5400 block of Olund Road. Our officers arrive on scene, confirm that something does look suspicious and that there is potentially an individual that would have suffered an injury. And we start doing a grid search in the area using members on land, deploying K9 unit, and we have Air 1 up in the sky helping us look for what we think is going to be an injured party nearby. After an extensive search, we actually locate a 28-year-old man. He is injured. He suffered obvious injuries, some blood loss, and is starting to trend towards becoming hypothermic in the woods. He is also bound. We learned from him that there was in fact an altercation, that two men came upon him, struck him, and actually forced him into this wooded area after binding him. We begin an investigation at that point into kidnapping, an assault obviously, and we learn that some of this man's property had been taken. Our investigation culminated with the arrest of two Abbotsford men, a 31-year-old named Christopher Dirksen and a 24-year-old named Stuart Forrest. Both of those men will now be facing kidnapping, aggravated assault, and robbery charges. Obviously, the victim is still recovering in hospital. He suffered trauma to his face and to his head, but clearly the injuries could have been much worse if it weren't for these alert citizens calling in this suspicious circumstance to police immediately, and if it weren't for a response from APD that got out there early and quick and was able to find this injured party as quickly as possible. Also want to commend the work of our major crime detectives and our forensic unit. They worked pretty much non-stop all weekend and were able to bring these two into custody.
How difficult of an area was this guy in?
The terrain here, it was remarkable when you think that at some point this was a targeted incident. One of the accused actually knows the victim, so some planning, you would imagine, went into this. And for whatever reason, they elected to bring this individual, force this individual into a heavily wooded area, lots of brambles, lots of undulating terrain, and ultimately left him bound and injured in the woods. So again, if it weren't for the police response and citizens alerting us to the suspicious circumstance, this man could have been out there and could have suffered far worse injury or perhaps passed away in the forest.